I always say this is next level stuff. Take a look at this. Now, not only am I introducing the idea of negative exponents, but I'm also dealing with a fractional exponent. Oh no, just remember what I taught you. Remember what I taught you. Okay, first things first, this is a negative. Flip it. So this becomes 1 over 16. There you go. This guy loses its negativeness because remember that negative exponent just means to flip it and change the sign. Okay. Now, the next thing is, don't forget the other thing that I taught you, flower power. There's the flower, there's the root. So you're dealing with the fourth root of 1 over 16 to the power of 5. Oh, remember, do the root first. Now, I'm curious, what is the fourth root of 1 over 16? I don't know. Let's go our calculator here and find out something. What is the fourth root of 16? I don't know. Let's go look at this. Let's go to 5. There's the fourth root of 16. Let's figure out what that is. Oh, well, gee, that's just 2. Well, that's not so tough. How's that going to help us here? Okay, real simple. Watch this. The fourth root of 1 over 16 then means it's 1 over 2 to the power of 5. Oh, wow, that's pretty easy. Okay, now what do you do with the 5? Remember, upstairs, downstairs mailman. This is 1 to the 5, 2 to the 5, which means 1 to the 5 is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, which is 1. But this is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? 5 2s. Now, you can do this way, and I suggest you do, unless you want to use the calculator. Here, 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 4 times 4, 16 times 2. Answer, 32. So this answer is 1 over 32. That's how it works. Isn't that cool? So now we're throwing radicals in there. We're throwing rational exponents, fractional exponents. We're throwing negatives. Oh, man, this could be a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay, so let's do it. Here we go. There's the negative there. Flip it, change the sign. 1 over 8. This is to the 2/3. Remember your flower power. There's the flower. Boy, that's a terrible looking flower. That's a flower? Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Everybody's a critic. Okay, so the root is the cubed root of 1 over 8 all squared. Okay, so cube root of 1 is simple. That's cube root of 1 is very simple. Cube root of 1 is 1. Cube root of 8 is what? Well, that's going to be 2. So cube root of 1 is 1. Oh, don't forget this is all squared. Cube root of 1 is 1. Cube root of 8 is 2. And then we're going to square this. Oh, upstairs, downstairs mailman tells you that this is 1 squared over 2 squared, or just a quarter. Wow, that's not tough at all. Oh, okay, let's have some more fun. Here we go. There's the negative. That means these two get flipped. This becomes 4 over 9 to the power of 5 over 2. Remember that you only flipped this guy. You don't flip this, right? Leave it as 5 over 2. Okay, so this means the square root of 4 over 9, 4 over 9 to the power of 5. Oh, this could be interesting. Okay, square root of 4 over the square root of 9 to the power of 5. Square root of 4 is, of course, 2. Square root of 9 is 3, all still to the power of 5. Don't forget our upstairs, downstairs mailman. Here we go. So this is now, oh my goodness, 2 to the 5 over 3 to the 5, which is 2 times 2 times 2 times, oh my goodness, 2 times 2 times 2 times, you know what? You know what? Oh, I missed one. See? 3 times 3 times, oh, that's terrible. Let's just go to the calculator and do it. Here we go. 2 to the 5. 2 hat 5. Boom. Oh, 32. Okay. So we know the top part is 32. Okay. 3 hat 5. 3 hat 5. 3 hat 5 works out to be 243. Okay. So this is 32 over 243, and there's my answer. Again, don't put this in decimal form. Decimals, oh, they suck. Speaking of which, yuck. ick, poo, tooey. But no, be smart. Remember, this is tenths, this is hundredths, this is thousandths. So this is the same as saying negative 8 over 1,000. But you know what? I think we can reduce that. I'm almost positive we can reduce that. Let's go to our calculator. Let me show you how to do that real quick like. Watch this. If you use that fraction button, right, there's negative 8 over 1,000. Watch what happens when I just hit enter. Watch this. It's going to reduce it for you. Boom. Negative 1 over 125. Holy smokes. See the value of knowing that fraction button? Negative 1 over 125. That's what this guy is. Negative 1 over 125. That's this incredible thing here. Now, here we go to the negative 4/3. But watch your negatives. Watch your negatives. This negative in here never changes. The negative up front changes when you reciprocate it. So we're going to do the reciprocal. Okay, so this becomes 125 over negative 1. That changes this negative here to a positive 4/3. Do you see how those negatives can be confusing? Now, 125 over negative 1, well, isn't that just negative 125? Oh my goodness gracious, to the 4/3. Look at that. Okay, remember now, flower. Let's see if I could draw a decent flower this time. Oh, that's much better than the last one. Yeeks. Okay, looking at that one, we got cube root. So we want the cube root of negative 125 all to the power of 4. Whew. Okay, cube root of 125. Some people know this. This is actually negative 5, but let's prove it. Go to math, go to cube root, which is right here, of negative 125, and you'll see that it is, in fact, negative 5. Okay, so I've got negative 5 here to the power of 4. Okay, so I'm going to go back here again, but watch out. Remember what I did in the last podcast. You have to put the negative 5 in brackets. So bracket negative 5, bracket to the power of 4. Whew, okay, punch it. 625. Okay, so that becomes a positive number, 625. Pretty cool, right? How you can evaluate this just knowing your fractional exponents and your negative exponents and following those rules. Be careful though, especially on ones like this, right? That negative here does not affect the sign. See how that negative went all the way through, right down to the very last moment, okay? Don't let that negative scare you.